ending taxes, property taxes in Florida, the top winners, the landlords are one of the top winners because they paid almost $10.6 billion last year. That's their biggest expense. That will go to zero. Are you serious? But I want to focus on the mansions in Palm Beach, who will be a top winner. And also what I call the windfall gain. I'm gonna start with the Gardens Mall in the Boca Mall that paid $12 million and $7 million last year. They paid over 300 million, over 200 million. So ending property taxes, they'll go to zero. The windfall gain, it looks like this. A potential buyer will pay over $100 million more knowing they won't have to pay that. A potential buyer of the Gardens Mall will pay over $60 million more knowing they won't have to pay that over $200 million in taxes. That's $160 million in windfall gain. The oceanfront mansions, I took 9 oceanfront mansions and 1 vacant lot, total $23 million. Ending property taxes, it won't go to zero, it'll go to 31,000. I got that number by 7 people per mansion. Living in a mansion times $2,000 is $14,000 divided by 4 because they're seasonal. They have mansions all over the world. They might not even come to Florida. So the $209 million windfall gain works like this. Instead of paying $4 million, that's almost $120 million over the next 30 years. A potential buyer will pay an additional $36 million. This mansion paid $2.8 million in taxes last year. A potential buyer will pay $25 million more, knowing they won't have to pay $84 million over the next 30 years. So you go all the way down, that's $209 million. So after 10 years, instead of paying $230 million, they'll pay the new tax of only $315,000. After 30 years, instead of paying $700 million, they'll only pay $945,000. Ending property taxes in Florida, you're going to see the biggest shift of tax burden from the rich to the poor. Who are the poor? The tenants. The tenants, 6 million and 9 million tenants in Florida. No benefit from ending property taxes. Seniors on fixed incomes. Tenants struggling to pay rent. It'll be a detriment. No benefit because it'll be a detriment. After paying their rent in full the first year, they'll have to pay an additional $14 billion in new tax. How I calculated that was 2.8 million rental units, each tenant paying $2,000, paying the new tax of $2,000 times 2.5 tenants per dwelling is $5,000. $5,000 times 2.8 million is 14 billion. There could be as many as 3.5 million. So 5 million times 5,000 is 17.5 billion. So after paying rent, their full rent for 30 years, they could have a tax bill, a new additional tax bill of $420 billion. I want to end this with a baby is born in Florida. They get 2 things, a social security number and a cell phone number. But every baby born in Florida after ending property taxes will get 3 things, a social security number, a cell phone number, and a $2,000 tax bill from the governor.